Good move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. This is Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They try again with Cohen. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be a Carolina first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And some room to work. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Cohen, and look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads, took him right off his feet. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Cousins out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Second down, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. A quick hitter complete. It's Powers. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Cousins now from the 50. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the offense lining up first and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Cousins to throw it this time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
319!
Now a play fake. Rodgers taking a shot for Samuel. Not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Rodgers now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights loose. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd down and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Look at the spin. And now off to the races down the right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Cohen. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. First down. Here's Cousins. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this one through the uprights and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Here's Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They run. This is Cohen. Shoves him aside. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brown, the lone receiver left. To throw is Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now is Rodgers. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The best defensive linemen They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. McCaffrey on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is Cohen on the toss. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us.